Hello, welcome to Yoga with Rach. I'm Rach. Thank you for joining me for this festive Christmas themed yoga practice. So what I've done for this practice is this week we've just been practicing here in the studio before we break up for Christmas with some silly festive changes to names for our yoga poses. So see which ones you catch, see which ones I've changed, let me know which ones you like in the comments below. But let's get started. So finding a comfortable seat on your mat, sitting up nice and tall, finding space into the belly and the back, hands might rest into the lap or onto the thighs or the knees, releasing the shoulders away from the ears, closing the eyes and bringing your awareness to your breath. Just taking a few moments to relax and settle into your practice. Making a note of how the breath feels, how you're feeling right now in your mind and your body. And enjoying just 3 long, relaxed Ujjayi breaths, exhaling out of the mouth. So as you're ready, inhaling through the nose, exhaling out of the mouth from the back of the throat. Twice more. Last one. And just moving back to your natural breath, starting to blink the eyes open and moving into tabletop for some cat-cows. So bringing the knees onto the mat underneath the hips, hands onto the mat underneath the shoulders, spread the fingertips nice and wide. Inhaling, lifting the chin, lifting the tailbone. Exhale, rounding through the spine, tuck the chin, the tailbone under. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the tailbone, let the belly relax. Exhale, rounding through the spine, tuck the chin, the tailbone under. Staying in your cat cows for a little bit longer, but when you're ready, feel free to pause in child's pose, or you might move into polar bear pose, walking the hands forward, keeping the tailbone lifted, and placing the forehead gently down onto the mat. Keeping your awareness with the breath. Slowly lifting back up into tabletop, either moving out to child's pose or polar bear pose. Know that you can move into either of those whenever you need to throughout your practice. We might stay in tabletop for some more cat cows, or lifting up into downward facing reindeer. Pulling the shoulders back as we lift the knees to push the tailbone nice and high. We can keep that nice bend in the knees as we gently draw the chest and the belly back. We might gently release the head side to side to release the neck. We might have a little walk on the spot, bend one knee then straighten, bend the other knee then straighten. Stay in your downward dog for as long as feels comfortable for you, either moving back down into tabletop, stay there for some cat cows, or pausing with the back flat for wrist stretches. Or pausing completely in child's pose or polar bear pose. So just gently inviting that movement or release into the body. We might stay in downward facing reindeer or starting to move a little bit more just to wake the core up, to create a little bit more heat into the body. We can have a little move from downward dog into our plank pose and back up into downward dog. Movement can be as fast or as slow as was comfortable for you. You might have a go of bending the knees and rippling through the spine, releasing the shoulders and the lower back a little bit more. Just see what feels right for you. Have a little play on your mat as you move between the two poses. Pausing when you need to. And that might be in child's pose or in your polar bear pose. Anahata-asana. When you're ready, lifting back up into downward dog, we're going to find our transition to standing. We're either walking hands to feet, feet to hands. You might have a little linger in downward dog, or you might linger once you're in your ragdoll forward fold before we come up to standing. So listening to your body, moving how it feels right for you in your practice today. Once we're in our forward fold, we might hold on to the elbows, gently rocking or swaying side to side. And slowly rolling up to standing. So from here we're going to have a go with our let it flow, little flowing sequence. We're going to have a little go moving through candy cane, Christmas star, ice dancer pose, our Christmas tree, and then our elf on the shelf pose, and then have a go on the other side. So we're going to start towards the top of the mat, keep the feet hip width apart, standing up nice and tall, hands into namaste. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up, and as you exhale, stretching, reaching the arms over to the right. So we're starting to invite that side stretch through the left hip, the side waist, all the way up through that left arm. Slowly lifting back up to your centre, releasing the hands down to the hips, stepping the right foot back. We're going to turn the feet to face the long edge of the right side of the mat. Slight bend in the knees if you need to, but not sitting down into a squat. We're going to open the arms out, palms facing down into our Christmas star pose. So check that you're not lifting the shoulders or locking the arms, focusing on the breath. Bring the hands into namaste. We're going to turn the left toes to face the top of the mat. The right foot, we're going to turn the toes to face the top of the mat, and we're now on the ball of the right foot. We're going to start to lean forward, bending into that left knee, lifting the right foot up off the mat so we can keep the foot flexed. Maybe we're extending, reaching the arms back towards the hips, moving into our ice dancer pose or ice skater pose. Slowly lifting up. and placing the right foot either onto the left knee, the inner left shin, or up to the inner left thigh as we move into our Christmas tree pose. Slowly bringing that right knee forward. We're going to bend into the left knee and cross the right foot over. So the right foot and the ankle are hovering to the side of that left leg. So we bend into the knee, sitting into our seated pigeon pose, our chair variation for our elf on the shelf. Slowly coming back up to standing. Give the legs a little shake. I'm going to move sides so you can see me. And we're going to do it on the left side. So bring the hands into Namaste, either keep them to the heart or reach the arms up. As you exhale, we're going to stretch the arms over to the left. We're finding that side stretch in our candy cane pose. On an inhale, lifting back up. We're going to float the arms down to the hips, stepping the left foot back, turning the feet to face the left side of your mat. And open the arms out, palms facing down into your Christmas star. Releasing the hands down by the hips, turn the right foot, so the toes point to the top of the mat, then the left foot, we turn the toes and run out on the board of the left foot, inviting that bend into the right knee. Hands might be in Namaste, already down by the hips as we start to shift the weight forward into that left leg, into the right leg, sorry, let the left leg lift, flexing the foot, toes pointing down, keeping the back flat as we move into our ice skater or ice dancer pose. We might reach the arms towards the hips. Slowly lifting up. At any point you can place that left foot down as we then place the foot to the ankle or the inside of the shin or to the thigh. You might be using a wall or a chair for support here as we find our Christmas tree. From here, bringing that left knee in towards the belly. Again, you can place the foot down, or from here we might bend into the right knee, placing the left leg across, the foot, the ankle to the side of your right thigh. And then sitting down into our chair variation, our standing pigeon, or our elf on the shelf pose. Hands might rest onto the foot and the knee, we might have the hands into Namaste. Slowly releasing, place the left leg down, give the right leg a shake, and we'll go through that one more time each side. So from the top of the mat, hands into Namaste, inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, stretching over to the right, candy cane. Lifting back up, releasing the hands down as you exhale, set the right foot back, turning to face the long side of the right of the mat. Open the arms into your Christmas star. Hands into Namaste with the hips, turn the left toes to face the top of the mat, turn the right toes to face the top of the mat. We're on the ball of the right foot, bend into the left knee, shift the weight forward as we let the right leg lift into our ice skater. Maybe extending the arms towards the hips. Starting to lift back up, place that right foot down if you need to as we find our Christmas tree. Moving into elf on the shelf as we bring right knee in towards the belly, bend the left knee, place the right foot, right ankle across, sitting down into the pose. Hands might rest onto the foot or the knee, or hands into Namaste. Slowly lifting back out, place the right foot down, give the legs a little shake, feet hip width apart, hands into Namaste. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, over to the left. Inhale, lifting back up. Exhale, place the hands down, stepping left foot back, turning the feet so we're facing the left side of the mat. Open the arms up into our Christmas star. Releasing the arms, the hands down towards the hips. Turn the right toes to face the front of the mat. Turning the left toes to face the front of the mat on the ball of the foot. Bend into the right knee. Start to shift the weight forward. Let the left foot and leg lift up. Hands might stay in namaste or reach the arms back. Ice skater. Slowly lifting. Place the left foot to the right ankle, the shin or the thigh for your Christmas tree. Bringing the left knee into the belly, bending the right knee and stepping or placing that left foot and ankle to the outer edge of the right leg, sitting down into your elf on the shelf pose. Slowly releasing, place the left leg down, give the legs a bit of a shake, and inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, folding forward, bend the knees if you need to bring the fingertips down onto the mat. Stepping one foot back, let the other foot follow into your downward facing reindeer pose. Maybe we're walking through the legs. Slowly lowering the knees, either moving into child's pose or our polar bear pose, walking the hands forward, resting either on the chin or the forehead. Either staying in polar bear or child's pose, or you can gently find a way up to sitting. You might choose to move into self-guided Savasana, just letting the video slowly finish and end as you continue into just a very gentle, quiet Savasana. If you would like to go into a guided yoga nidra practice, I will pop a video link here. If you are feeling a bit more energetic and want to have a play with some inversions, I'll pop either one or two links up here for some other practices you might continue before you then move into Savasana. If you haven't subscribed, do click the button here. Thank you very much for joining me. Have a wonderful Christmas and I shall see you next week. Namaste.